Okay, let us look at this problem. There are three concentric spherical shells A, B, C. A is given a charge Q, B is earth, and C is given a charge 2Q. We have to find the charges appearing on the surfaces of the shells. So each shell has got two surfaces 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we want to find the charges appearing on the surface of the shells. To solve such a problem, we will apply Gauss theorem. So let us first concentrate on the shell of radius r, which is A. So let me draw it here. This is our shell of radius r. It has two surfaces, inner and outer. So this is your A, and this is a radius r. This is the inner surface, and that is the outer surface. We have given a charge Q to this shell. We want to see where this charge is going to be distributed. For that, I will draw a Gaussian surface through the material of the shell A. So I am going to draw a Gaussian surface. So this is the Gaussian surface drawn by me through the material of A. And you know that there is no electric field inside a conducting body under static condition, and therefore this Gaussian surface should enclose zero net charge. We have studied this principle in electrostatics, that the electric field inside a conducting body under static condition has to be zero. So you have given a charge Q, and clearly that charge should be on the surface, because the net charge enclosed by the Gaussian surface should be zero. Now let us turn our attention to the second shell, which is B. So this is our second spherical shell. It also has got two surfaces, one inside and other one outside. So this shell is clearly an earthed one according to the problem. So we will draw another Gaussian surface through this shell. This is your B, and through the material of B, I will draw a second Gaussian surface. And again, as we have discussed earlier, the net charge enclosed by this Gaussian surface should also be zero, because there should not be any electric fields. So here a charge minus Q will appear, so that the net charge enclosed by the Gaussian surface which I had drawn through the material of B is minus Q plus Q, which is equal to 0. Now we assume that the charge Q dash has been appeared. It has appeared on the surface of outer surface of B. So now let us consider the third shell C. This is our third shell, and it also has got two surfaces. So this is the third one, C. So I will draw a Gaussian surface through this. Clearly the net charge enclosed by the Gaussian surface has to be 0, and we have given it a charge 2Q. So here you have a charge minus Q up Q dash. Already you have a charge Q dash appearing on that outer surface of B. So here you must have a charge of minus Q dash. Since you have given it a charge 2Q, on the outer surface of C, the charge appearing should be 2Q plus Q dash. So when you add these two charges on both the surfaces of C, you will get the charge that you had given, which is 2Q. Understood? When I add the charges appearing on the inner surface and outer surface of C, I will get the charge which I had given it in the beginning, which is 2Q. So this is how the charges are distributed. Now we are they have radii r and 2r, and this one has a radius r, this one has a radius 2r, and this one has a radius 3r. Now we should find the value of Q dash. Then only we can determine the charges appearing on the surfaces. We can evaluate them. For that, what we are going to do is to find the potential of the shell B. You know that the earth and earth connected bodies are always at the same potential, or the potential of earth and earth connected bodies is always assumed to be 0. So we start with the principle that potential of B is 0 because it is earth. Now how to find the potential of B? All the charges present here, charge on the outer surface of A, charge on the inner surface of B, outer surface of B, inner surface of C, outer surface of C, all of them will contribute to the potential of B. So we will write potential of B equal to Q K into, first let us consider the charge on the outer surface of A. There is no charge on the inner surface of A. Outer surface of A, the charge is Q. So Q by the radius of B is 2r. For all points inside, the potential depends on the radius. And for the inner surface of B, you have a charge minus Q. So minus Q by 2r. Outer surface of B, we have a charge Q dash by 2r. Inner surface of C, we have a charge minus Q dash by 3r. And outer surface of C, we have a charge 2Q plus Q dash by 3r. So this is the potential of B. Clearly, this has to be 0. So R get cancelled. These two terms immediately get cancelled. R also get cancelled. So we have Q dash by 2 minus Q dash by 3 plus 2Q plus Q dash by 3 equal to 0. Because B is a earthed conductor. Now let us rearrange this. This is Q dash by 2. Or we will take 6 as our LCM. So this will be 3Q dash minus 2Q dash plus 4Q plus 2Q dash equal to 0. So 2Q dash and minus 2Q, these two terms get cancelled. So 3Q dash equal to 4Q, or Q dash equal to minus 4Q, sorry. So Q dash equal to minus 4 by 3Q. Q dash equal to minus 4 by 3Q. That is what we get. So now we have obtained Q dash. So we know the charge appearing on the outer surface of B as well as on the inner surface of C. So we have to find the charge on the outer surface of C, which will be equal to 2Q plus Q dash, that is equal to 2Q minus 4 by 3Q. So that will be equal to 2Q minus 4 by 3Q, which is equal to 3 is our LCM, 6Q minus 4Q, which is equal to 2 by 3Q. So now let us write the charges appearing on all the 6 surfaces. So we will write the charges on all the 6 surfaces. As far as A is concerned, the charges are inside 0, outside Q. For B, the charges are inside minus Q, outside Q dash, which is minus 4 by 3Q. C is concerned, inner side minus Q dash, 4 by 3Q. Outer side, 2Q plus Q dash, which is 2 by 3Q. So those are our answers.